One thing you've probably heard a lot from productivity experts and self-improvement books is how detrimental cell phones can be to our productivity, more specifically our ability to focus. Heck, we've talked about it on this channel, how the endless streams of social media, text alerts, and TikTok videos all become fuel for distraction and procrastination through this one little device. So for a long time, whenever I had something important that I needed to concentrate on, I looked at my cell phone as the enemy. Something that needed to be removed from my workspace so I could give my undivided attention to my most pressing work. And once I was locked in, distraction-free, my brain was gonna snap, crackle, and pop with the power of flow state, and I was about to achieve superhuman efficiency. But what I actually did was delay getting started as long as possible. So this video is not to contradict any of the stuff that's been said about focused work and removing distractions. All of that is true and necessary for performing at your best, especially in any kind of demanding or creative work. But what I have realized is trying to build your workspace around all the things you're not supposed to be doing can create a situation where the work feels daunting and your mind builds up a resistance to actually get started. And when this happens, I found my phone is actually a pretty great tool to help me get started and actually improves my focus while I'm working. It seems counterintuitive, but I want to make a really quick video to explain how this works, and perhaps this trick will help you next time you need to lock in and focus on something that's particularly important. So a couple months ago, I had to put together a first draft for a project that I wasn't excited about. What I originally wanted to do with the video had been compromised because of health restrictions, and the new plan didn't have me particularly motivated. So I had put off writing this draft all week, focusing on other things, and now it was Friday. I had to have something to send back to the producer at the end of the day, or I blew my deadline. So on this day, I brought my phone to my desk and set up the timer for 10 minutes. I basically made a deal that I was going to work undistracted until the alarm went off, and if I still hated the work, I would take a short break and try again later. But after those 10 minutes were up and the alarm on my phone went off, I was already halfway through my third paragraph, and I had a decent idea of what I wanted to come next. So I moved the alarm to 20 minutes and kept working. Once my alarm went off the fourth time, I just turned off my phone altogether and wrote until the draft was finished, which only took a total of 2.5 hours. I never set my alarm for anything longer than 30 minutes because I want each session to feel like it was something I could reasonably get through, and I didn't feel intimidated by the commitment. After I strung together 4 or 5 of these sessions together, I wound up with over 2 hours of focused and productive work. I first got this idea in part from screenwriter John August, who would frequently tweet out invitations for new writers to join him on 1-hour writing sprints. No distractions, just put your head down and write. What I find works really great about these short sprints of focused work is it takes away the most powerful impulse that causes us to procrastinate. And that is the belief that the work ahead is going to be much more difficult and unpleasant than it actually winds up being. It's only once we get started that we realize the work is a lot more enjoyable and rewarding than we originally thought. I find once my phone goes off that first time, I'm usually just starting to get into a rhythm, so I quickly increase the timer and get back to whatever it is I'm focused on. If I'm in the middle of a session and another thought hits me, like I forgot to switch my laundry, or I have an idea for something else, I like to keep a small notepad to the side so I can make a quick note and get right back to the task I'm working on. Next time the alarm goes, if that thought is still pressing, I'll switch gears and take care of it then. I do find it helpful to keep my phone face down and, if possible, out of my line of sight. Not only does this help me forget about the timer, but it removes the visual cue that's going to prompt me to pick up my phone and start scrolling Twitter. Also, be sure to set your phone to Do Not Disturb. You'll still hear the alarm go off, but you don't want to be working away and then hear the ding of multiple text alerts sounding off. So if you find yourself struggling to get started or stay focused, try starting yourself off at just 5 or 10 minutes and commit to that time. As you build a rhythm and get better at staying focused, you'll keep moving that timer up. And if you've been watching this and a project or assignment is already coming to mind, give this a shot right now, see if it works. If it does, come back and share it in the comments. I would absolutely love to hear your feedback. And if you have your own suggestions of habits that help you get started or stay focused, please share those as well. I always love to hear what works for you guys, and it might be the advice that really helps someone else. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.